Hi friends, welcome back. Today we're going to be watching episode 316 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer called Doppelgangland, which I hate to admit it really does remind me of the Vampire Diaries, which by the way, Buffy has sort of already ruined because I used to watch the spin-off of the Vampire Diaries called Legacies, and after I started Buffy, I tried going back to it when it came back from a hiatus and I literally couldn't do it. So I stopped halfway through a show, which is not something I usually do. But I guess that just shows that Buffy has low-key started already ruining shows for me because I'm like, wow, this is just, Buffy's a lot better. But anyways, yes, this does remind me of the Vampire Diaries just because they talked so much about doppelgangers and those kind of things. So I feel like I already have some of an idea of what they're gonna do, which I'm guessing is going to be some sort of alternate dimension episode, kind of like how The Wish was, you know, that. And so I think that it's going to be an escape from the storyline that we're in right now. We're just going to have a calmer episode, kind of like how The Wish was. That's not really going to give us the answers that I need to have about Faith. At the same time, I guess they could do a thing where, like a mass hallucination of sorts where everybody in the town becomes a doppelganger. I don't know. Just a fair warning, if you have not seen Angel, please don't watch my reaction videos because I have seen the later seasons, so I might speak of some spoilers in regards to that or the Buffyverse. Don't want to ruin it for anyone. Okay, let's press play. Thank you all for watching and let's get to go to this Doppelgangland.
Give me another chance. You can fold the fabric of time, send me back to that place, and I'll change it. I won't fail again.
Your time has passed.
Do you have any idea how boring 12th graders are? I'm getting my power center back. And if you won't help me, then by the pestilent gods, I will find someone who will.
Oh no, not Willow. She's gonna get Willow. Ooh.
I know Faith's not going to be on the cover of Sanity Fair, but she had it rough. Different circumstances, that could be me.
No way.
That's true.
Some people just don't have that in them.
That's also
Look, I'm
true.
sorry. I know how you hate talking about Faith.
No, it's okay.
No, really, we should just...
No, it doesn't bother me. I mean it.
Well,
Oh.
Oh damn. I think that I even cropped this part from the YouTube version of my video of The Wish because I thought it was going crazy. But something that I mentioned in my extended version is that I knew that there was a character called Anya that was going to be a part of the Buffyverse. I just remember hearing that name, wasn't sure who she was or just what season, how long, like I know nothing. And when I met her in the Wish episode, I was like, oh, is this her? But by the end of the episode, since they had like defeated her, I was like, oh no, that's not her. Domi's going crazy. Maybe the name isn't even Anya. But the fact that, you know, they're bringing her back really makes me think that yes, this is the Anya that I sort of know. And I don't know anything about her. And I guess the reason that I was thinking that it wasn't her is because this Anya seems like a bad guy. And I thought that the other Anya was just going to be one of the friends, but maybe she actually is evil. I honestly don't know. This is the part where like the fact that I know some really random Buffyverse knowledge doesn't come in handy.
Willow Rosenberg, despite her unsavory associations, represents the pinnacle of academic achievement at Sunnydale High.
Aww.
Percy West represents a devastating fast break and 50% from behind the three-point line.
I'm not sure I understand the marriage part.
You got the brains, he's got the fast break. It's a perfect match.
Match? You want us to breed?
I want you to tutor him. Percy is flunking history.
How did it go?
Princess Margaret here had a little trouble keeping up.
Is she not gonna...
How did it go?
Is she gonna... Is she...
Did quite well on the obstacle field. Still a little sloppy though.
What the fuck? I really thought that Faith was gonna leave them for the mayor and like that's it. Like they weren't gonna hear about Faith for a while and we were just gonna see her messing up with the mayor and stuff like that. That sounds wrong. But Okay, she's literally gonna like be a double agent. Like she's gonna pretend that she's on their side to get intel for the mayor because Faith, I swear to God, if you do this, I won't be able to contain myself and I will strangle you.
Yeah, I thought so too. Are you serious about this place?
Of course I am. No Slayer of mine's gonna live in a flea-bag hotel.
Maybe I would have liked to go.
Didn't figure you for missing school.
You think I'm boring?
I'd call that a radical interpretation of the text. We're playing tonight, the Bronze.
I can't. I have too much homework.
If you get done early?
Hey,
Willow, did you remember to tape biography last Friday?
Uh-huh.
See, I told you. Old reliable.
Oh, thanks.
What?
Old Reliable? Yeah, great. There's a sexy nickname.
Okay, time to bump and set this.
Willow?
Hi.
Anya. I'm sort of new here. I know Cordelia.
Oh, fun.
Oh, it's nothing big, just a little spell I'm working on.
A spell? Oh, I like the black arts.
I just need a secondary to create a temporal fold. I heard you were a pretty powerful Wicca, so...
You heard right, mister. That was... What was that?
It's not here. It's not here!
Okay, that's a little blacker than I like my arts.
Be such a wimp.
Magic is dangerous, Anya. It's not to be toyed with. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have someone else's homework to do.
Is she gonna run into Vampire Willow? Because I swear to God, Vampire Willow like disappeared, right? So does this mean that the characters... Oh boy!
Hey,
Oh God.
Rosenberg?
Oh, okay, I thought it was...
You doing
Saber.
trick-or-treating? Till we graduate? I own your ass.
Kill him.
Bored now. I'm having a terrible night.
Okay, no, everyone's gonna think
Better?
Willow's a killer, so maybe don't kill him.
What's going on? Is there a funny thing? Back off!
You're alive.
You mentioned that before. Willow, you okay?
No. Everything's different.
There you are.
Hey, Buff.
Why don't you get introduce me to your... Holy God, you're Willow.
You.
Oh, fuck.
You know what? I like the look.
Leaving now.
Will,
It's
gotta
just so
say, not loving
funny.
to meet you.
Well, wait. Get off me.
Oh my goodness.
Who do you work for?
You.
Get your friends. Bring them here. Our world's no fun anymore. We're gonna make it the way it was.
No,
Starting with the
Battle.
bronze.
Oh.
This isn't real.
I can't feel anything.
It isn't her.
Arms, legs, anything.
She was truly finest of all of us.
Way better than me.
She's literally just gonna walk in, isn't she?
Much, much better.
And now my best friend is...
What's going on? Jeez, who died? Oh God, who died?
Back! Get back, demon!
Willow, you're alive.
Aren't I usually?
Oh.
Oh. I love you guys too. Okay, oxygen becoming an issue. Giles, what's going on with these?
Sorry.
Say, you all didn't happen to do a bunch of drugs, did you?
Will, we saw you at the Bronze. A vampire.
I'm not a vampire.
You are. I mean, you were.
I think we need some backup.
I think I'm needed here.
10 to 1. Could get pointless.
Oh, they're gonna flip.
Look, everyone's all afraid. It's just like old times.
Get Buffy. Do it now.
We'll make you young and strong forever and ever. We'll have fun.
Creepy Willow.
If you're not.
This is so weird.
Questions? Comments?
Many.
Something's happened, Nat. Willow's dead. Hey, Willow. Wait a second.
We're right there with you, buddy.
Who's gonna be there? Oh no!
Last.
Oh shit! I thought it was gonna be Anya, not the bad Willow.
I kind of like the idea of the two of us. We could be quite a team. If you came around to my way of thinking, would that mean we have to snuggle? What do you say? Wanna be bad? This just can't get more disturbing.
Nope.
No more! You're really starting to freak me out. That's me as a vampire? So evil and skanky. And I think I'm kind of gay.
I just remember a vampire's personality has nothing to do with the person it was.
Well, actually, that's a good point. That's good. It means I must really be afraid of you.
Who wouldn't be?
Are you okay in that?
It's a little binding. I guess vampires really don't have to breathe. Gosh, look at those.
Willow, you go in and defuse the situation as best you can.
Hi, I'm back.
You're a terrible vampire, Willow.
Did you find the girl?
Yep, I did.
Where is she?
I killed her. And sucked her blood, as we vampires do. I don't like that you dare question me. Maybe I'll have my minions take you out back and kill you horribly.
Always thinking with your teeth.
Hello? Giles?
Oh no, Cordy, if you let this bitch out.
Wesley? I just happened to stop by for books.
Did you really just stop to flirt with fucking Wes?
Hey, you.
Oh.
Hey, me? Hey, me what? I have a name, you know.
No, Cordy, please, no. Fake Willow, if you hurt Cordelia.
Wait. It occurs to me that we've never really had the opportunity to talk. You know, woman to woman. With you locked up.
Don't want to talk. Hungry.
What could we talk about? Hey! How about
Xander.
the ethics of boyfriend stealing?
Oh thank God, Wes, save Cordelia. Oh no, that means they're gonna kiss, right? Life or death situation, but save her.
No more hiding.
Back, creature of the night! Leave this place!
I should have smelled it right away.
A human? Oh yeah, could a human do this?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Let's do that. Yeah.
not releasing this thing into the wild, Will. It is a demon.
I just can't kill her.
No. Me neither.
I mean, I know she's not me. We have a big nothing in common, but still. Good luck. Try not to kill people. Hands! Hands! Strangely, I feel like staying at home and doing my homework and flossing and dying a virgin.
You know, you can OD on virtue.
Between me and my evil self, I have double guilt coupons. I see now where the path of vice leads. Because she messed up everything she touched.
Oh, and here's the bibliography. And I can retype that if you want. You just let me know what I did wrong, and I'll get on that.
I love this.
You want to go out tonight?
9 sound good?
Okay, friends, time to talk about this frickin' episode. I love it so much. I'm really so happy with season 3 because I feel like the episodes are just so creative and so cool, and they're so outside of the box. Like, I could never think of all, like, you know, like, they just come up with such interesting storylines that it's just kind of blowing me away. Like, this was so cool. I imagined that they were gonna, you know, send them back into this parallel universe or something like this, but I would have never imagined to actually have it come to them. Like, that's so creative, and the fact that it was Vampire Willow is just too cool because Vampire Willow is so awesome, and I feel like I shouldn't like Vampire Willow because, you know, she's like a vampire and she's evil and she did try and kill Cordelia, but at the same time, I'm like, she is badass and I kind of dig it. Last episode, very Faith-centric, and it had a huge twist of Faith possibly, you know, working for the mayor, working for the evil. So it sucks not to be able to trust her because I feel like if she was just with the mayor, a part of me was going to be able to be cheering for her just because she's cool and badass and I kind of want to see what she wants to do. But the moment where she's like with the mayor but also with our gang, I feel like that just makes it makes it very hard for me to be Team Faith or for me to actually like her. I mean, I still like her, but I mean like love her because I'm so worried about what she's gonna do. I feel like once it comes to a life or death situation, she's not gonna be able to kill Buffy, or she's not gonna be able to tell the mayor what he really needs to know to kill Buffy, like something like that. I don't think Faith is gonna cross this line just because I feel like that would be a line of no return. They, you know, the mayor sent out somebody to kill Willow and Faith knew and did nothing about it, which is just absurd, and I already kind of want to kill Faith a little because, like, it's Willow. How do you let someone kill Willow? Like, you don't, ma'am, you don't. I'm very, like, conflicted about that because the fact that she wouldn't tell Willow that he's sending out somebody to kill her is just fucked up. And I guess it really shows that her alliances really aren't with us anymore and really are with the mayor. And that just, I honestly still can't believe it. You know, it's so absurd and I really didn't see this coming. So I feel like I'm choosing denial once again, you know, because if I actually process the fact that Faith is turning into the bad guy and was okay with Willow being killed, then I feel like I'm just going to start hating her, and I still want to be able to enjoy her character, but I'm just, you know, I can't. I feel like my brain would burst. Faith, somebody needs to knock some sense into this girl because, like, just the grief and the loss and the guilt are kind of driving her insane in ways that I didn't even think were possible. And I just hope that she's able to sort of snap out of it and come back to our team. It was really interesting to see Angel back with us. And I think this episode he really did, you know, because he really fought with them against the other vampires. And it's really felt like old Angel all over again, which warms my heart because that means that he's back to who he was. And it took so long and that was such a journey. And so I'm really glad that they were able to actually, you know, really bring him back. And I'm glad that he seems to be okay. And this was also nice because we saw Buffy and Angel sort of fight together without it all being about romance. Because I feel like since Angel came back, all of his storylines were about his love for Buffy and their relationship. And I was digging that so much at first, but then it sort of got a little bit repetitive. And so I'm glad that he seems to be getting a storyline that's not just about the romance, but just, you know, being involved in the gang without it just being Buffy. It was definitely hard to see the fact that Cordy was so excluded from the group that she didn't know what was going on and how that backfired and how she could have died because of it. So I think that, you know, keeping her in the loop about the supernatural but not about the specifics of what's happening is just really dangerous for her, because it really puts her, you know, in the line of fire, sort of in a similar way that like Joyce, but I feel like for her it's even worse just because she's in the school, so she's more connected to the other characters than Buffy, because Buffy, than Joyce. And I guess we should talk about Anya, because I don't understand her like presence in the show, just in the sense that I talked a little bit in the beginning of the video. I know that there's a character named Anya, but I feel like she has to be a bigger character than this. I definitely don't think this is the last we've seen of Anya, but I also don't think she's gonna be coming back anytime this season. Maybe she's sort of an Ethan guy where she just comes in once in a while, or maybe an Amy. I feel like it's a little bit sad that I know of her existence. I feel like a lot of you might be disappointed because now I'm kind of waiting for her to come back. So I'm gonna have to add her to my list. Number 1 is Darla. Number 2 is Spike and Drew. They're together. And then now I'm gonna have number 3, Anya. I'm just, you know, my list of characters that I'm going to be begging for at every single episode. In Buffy and Willow's talk in the beginning of the episode, I felt like it was very interesting how Buffy, you know, said like, oh, this could have been me when she was talking about Faith. And Willow was like, no, because you're not like this. I don't know, like, I felt like that was very interesting, and I kind of want to unpack that because I feel like I agreed with both of them. Because in a way, I feel like, yes, Buffy could have obviously been the one to accidentally, you know, commit murder. And I'm not sure she would deal with it much better than Faith. I feel like Buffy might actually deal with it. I was gonna say in a worse way, but Faith did just turn to the bad guys. I don't think there's a worse way than this. But I definitely feel like Buffy would spiral even more. Like Faith obviously just made a stupid decision, but I feel like Buffy would be even more impulsive. I think if Buffy did something like this, she would give up on slaying and that's it. Like no more slaying or something like this. You know what I mean? I feel like, yes, it could have been Buffy, and it's interesting for them to explore this aspect and understand that it could have been Buffy, yes, and she would also be dealing with it badly, so they do need to like give Faith a break, cut her some slack and those kind of things. But at the same time, you know, it's what Willow said, she has a different personality and stuff like that, which makes Faith a little bit hard to sort of understand, you know, because I'm trying to understand her reasonings for turning to the bad guys. And I know that she feels betrayed by them, but at the same time, does that really mean that you're gonna go for the bad guys? Can't you just be like neutral? But yeah, this was more of a monster of the week. Willow was the monster of the week, which is fun. Well, I feel like now we should talk about Vampire Willow because, you know, that was the thing of the episode, which was so cool. I feel like it was so interesting, especially the ending. The fact that Willow would choose not to kill Vampire Willow was so Willow. It really was, because I really thought that they were going to kill her. So I felt like it was so noble of Willow to like not want to kill her, and just so like she is able to make a connection with everyone, and just the fact that she hugged her, I really love that about Willow. She has the kindest and the biggest heart, and she's able to, you know, find the good side in everyone, even, you know, a murderous vampire who just fucked everything up during the entire episode. So I really like that she really empathizes with people and she can forgive them and those kind of things. I feel like that's a very big thing for her. But also I think this episode was absolutely incredible. The way that they dealt with everyone thinking Willow had died was just insane. Like I honestly almost cried when they were hugging her in the library. I really did, because wow, you could feel all their pains and you do want to yell at them and be like, she's not dead, don't worry about it. But it's so perverted to make all these characters grieve over, you know, Willow. But it was so genius, you know, because they even kept it for Angel, you know, like they showed everyone, and Cordy, you know, like everybody went through this phase of thinking that Willow had died, and it was like heartbreaking. I can't believe that they're able to pull off, you know, seeing the characters grieve over a character that never died. And that feels like what they did, kinda. But they did this more for us. You know, this reminds me of Lover's Walk, when they tried to pretend like Cordelia died so that we as the audience could suffer. And I feel like they did something similar right now, making all the characters suffer about Willow. Even though we know she's fine, they don't. And so it's just heartbreaking to think of what would happen if Willow was actually dead. And so getting to see them having to deal with that is just, like, Buffy looked absolutely devastated at the thought of having to kill Willow. And, you know, like she said herself, she wouldn't be able to do it. So it's just, it was a really, really interesting, like, concept to toy with, while also being absolutely, like, devastating. I feel like it brought so much of an emotional aspect to the episode. I mean, Allison was amazing though. She absolutely killed it this episode, you know, because she was able to make me, you know, love Willow, but hate Vampire Willow, but also love it. You know, there was so many depths to the character and to just her, and she was just a brilliant actress. You know, the delivery of the lines, everything was perfect. Allison killed it. I do love Willow-centric episodes. Even if they don't happen a lot, they are so great. You know, the fact that she would say yes to Anya and those kind of things, she really feels like she has a hard time saying no, because I think she's really a people pleaser. And I know that she was a little bit excited to work with Anya because she loves magic and stuff like that, but I think she trusted Anya too blindly, you know, not asking any questions, sort of, and just doing it. I am scared this is going to get her into trouble in the future, because if she is able to trust people this easily, then people are going to manipulate her, and that's not good. So I feel like this was definitely a lesson for her though. I hope she's not going to be as careless with her magic, to put it like this. But also I feel like they really had it, because I have said from the start, I really think I'm such a Willow inside, because you know, everything that she says, you know, in the beginning of the episode, I was like, girl, you are me. Like, I feel like that just showed Willow that it's okay to impose some rules sometimes, and to not blindly follow what people tell her, or to sometimes go against the norm of what is expected of her and those kind of things. So I really like that, you know, it ended with Willow understanding that, yeah, of course she can be a good girl who doesn't want to skip classes, but it's also okay for her to break that pattern sometimes, because it might do good for her. So I always love when they have sort of messages like this, because it shows that the episode, that just through these 40 minutes of the episode, Willow has had so much character progress and understands better, you know, her place in the world and what she has to do. And I just feel like that was a very heartwarming thing for me to see, because I feel like it's a lesson that some people might need to learn. The last thing that I want to talk about, which I also thought was interesting that they kind of sneaked it in there, was the talk that Willow and Cordy had. And I know that it wasn't the real Willow, but the fact that Cordy feels the need to have this conversation makes me hope that they're gonna have it in the future. That was interesting, because it shows that, yeah, she's still kind of hurting over Xander, which we imagined, but also she feels like Willow betrayed her, because in a way she really did. And I know that I have a really hard time, like, I know that these characters have all made mistakes, and I feel like I have a really hard time being mad at them, because I love them all so much. Like, I feel like Willow was 100% in the wrong by cheating with Xander. Like, that was not okay. She shouldn't have done it. It was a betrayal to everybody around her. But I feel like I was so focused on the betrayal, like, for Oz, the fact that she really hurt Oz, that I feel like I barely considered how this affected Cordelia too, because I assumed that Cordy wasn't really that bummed out, like, not as bummed out as Oz, because she didn't love Xander that much. But the thing is that, like, even if she didn't care for Xander that much, which I do think she does, but I mean, like, just in the sense of, it doesn't matter who Willow cheated with, it was Cordy's boyfriend. And so I feel like Cordy's always trying to fit in, and the fact that Willow would kind of steal her boyfriend, and it's a really big betrayal of her trust for somebody who is, you know, trying to befriend Willow. So that was a really sad thing, because, you know, they haven't really talked about it, and I feel like Cordy has every right to want to have this talk with Willow and tell her the ways in which Willow hurt her. So I do hope that, you know, they go back to this, and that, you know, she understands that, oh, she talked to Vampire Willow, this is something I don't want to keep inside, let me talk to the real Willow. Okay, I just checked the name of the next episode. It is called Enemies. So I am guessing that they're gonna find out about Faith's betrayal next episode. I feel like the longer that they keep Faith as being evil, the harder time we're gonna have to forgive her. So I don't think they're gonna drag this along too much. So I do think that the next episode is probably going to be them finding out that Faith is evil. And I thought that they were gonna somehow find out this episode. I was waiting for it. I was like, are they? So I do think that next episode they might find out and have to deal with that. So that's going to be a little bit stressful, but I'm very excited. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching this with me, and I hope I will see you in the next episode. So bye!